This is the story of Oakview Residences. In early 2022, Arlington Development stood at the precipice of an exciting new venture, the creation of Oakview Residences, a 25-unit multifamily housing development nestled in the heart of a burgeoning suburban neighborhood. Their vision was simple but ambitious, to create a community that wasn't just a place to live, but a space to thrive, with carefully designed outdoor amenities that invited residents to relax, reconnect, and reimagine what home could be. The initial budget of $500,000 was not for the entire project, but for the hardscapes component, and one that would need to stretch far to bring the vision to life. This budget would cover everything from the grand entrance to the walking paths, the communal spaces, and the pool. To help them achieve this dream, Arlington Development hired a landscape architect known for innovative, resident-focused designs, a true artist in the field who was committed to shaping spaces that would foster community. By November 2022, the project was ready to take its first major step. A kickoff meeting brought together a powerhouse of talent: Arlington Construction, Professional Building Services, and Arlington Properties. Each company came to the table with a unique set of skills. ACS began to review the architect's design, preparing to solicit pricing from PBS and other subcontractors. PBS dove into the technical side, analyzing whether the architect's creative elements could realistically be built within budget. API, ever focused on the future, ensured that the design would stand the test of time, making sure that the maintenance of these beautiful spaces wouldn't become a future burden. At first glance, the landscape architect's design was a masterpiece, one that perfectly matched AD's vision for an elegant, welcoming community. It was everything they had hoped for, until the cost estimates came in. In early 2023, ACS, after consulting with PBS and other contractors, revealed the staggering numbers. The design as it stood would cost a jaw-dropping $750,000, far beyond the $500,000 budget. The team had encountered this scenario before and was prepared to tackle the numbers head-on. They pored over the breakdown. High-end materials like natural stone for walkways, intricate grading, and a glass pool wall all were driving the cost through the roof. The extensive landscaping with high-maintenance plants and complex irrigation systems only added to the burden. It was clear a change was needed and fast. In that moment, Arlington Development made a bold decision. They would not let the budget compromise their dream. But they couldn't do it alone. The team needed to pull together, to think creatively, to find a way to preserve the heart of the design while cutting costs where possible. And so the teams, well-versed in value engineering, began the process. Every meeting was filled with careful consideration and spirited discussion. The team identified where cuts could be made without sacrificing the soul of the project. The natural stone walkways were replaced with concrete pavers, a cost-effective alternative that still captured the spirit of the original design. The glass pool wall was swapped out for prefabricated aluminum fencing, but still elegant and more affordable. The landscape architect worked together with PBS to redesign planting zones, focusing on drought-tolerant native species that require less irrigation and lower maintenance. The irrigation system itself was simplified, reducing both labor and material cost while maintaining the functionality the residents needed. Despite the progress, there were challenges at every turn. Each change had to be weighed carefully to ensure it wouldn't detract from the community's appeal. The fire pit area, which had become a focal point for the community's social gatherings, was non-negotiable. Arlington Development insisted it remain a central feature, even if it meant cutting back on other aspects of the design. Arlington Properties, always looking to the future, ensured that each modification wouldn't just serve the residents in the short term, but would continue to make sense years down the line. Durable materials were selected to minimize the risk of repairs and reduce long-term maintenance costs, ensuring the vision would be sustainable in the years to come. As the months passed, the team's collaboration started to bear fruit. The revised design still embodied the heart of the original vision, but it had been sculpted and streamlined to fit within the budget. Every piece of the puzzle fell into place, and what had once seemed like an impossible task now felt entirely achievable. Then, in the spring of 2023, the breakthrough came. The final numbers were in, and the project was set to move forward. With the collaboration of Arlington Development, Arlington Construction, Professional Building Services, and Arlington Properties, Oakview Residences was about to come to life, on time, on budget, and most importantly, with the community's vision intact. The grand opening in the summer of 2023 was a moment of celebration. The residents flooded the spaces, gathered around the fire pit, strolled down the concrete paver pathway, and reveled in the beauty of their new home. The pool shimmered in the sunlight, the landscaping thrived with native plants, and the entire community exuded a sense of warmth and connection. What had started as a daunting challenge, an ambitious vision marred by financial constraints, had transformed into a story of true collaboration and excellence. The result? Oakview Residences wasn't just a place to live, it had become a place to belong. And that, in the end, was worth every effort.